Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into something completely game-changing. How can one single person, just you, build a massive global business entirely alone? We're talking about embracing the spirit of the modern digital lion. Back in the day, running a big business meant something completely different. But today, the world has totally flipped. We are literally living in the age of the solopreneur. And today, we're going to explore exactly how you can build your own empire inside this incredible revolution. Let's get right into it. Okay, so let's start with a foundational question, one that kind of challenges everything we thought we knew about building a successful business. What does it actually take to do the work of an entire company alone? Like, is it even possible? Can one single person really replace a massive corporate structure? Well, the short answer is yes, because we're in the middle of a massive paradigm shift. Think about the old world for a second. Growth meant giant office buildings, employees in stiff suits, and just endless meetings in expensive conference rooms. That used to be the only way to scale up. But in the new world, it's literally just one person, a laptop, and the sheer power of a focused mind. That's the whole shebang. It is your complete toolkit to do the work of an entire company today. It's a huge shift from that outdated corporate pack mentality to the solitary, limitless power of the modern digital worker. Let's move on to our first big section here. Section 1, the weapons, specifically the power of leverage. So the absolutely crucial concept you need to grasp right now is leverage. Mastering leverage is basically the defining characteristic of a true solopreneur. In the past, if you wanted to grow a business, well, you simply had to hire more people. But today, success comes from leverage, and that means using code, content, AI, and automation instead of relying only on human labor. You just don't need to manage huge teams anymore when you have these forces right at your fingertips. I mean, just think about it. Inside your laptop right now are tools that work faster than entire corporate departments. Take code and software, for example. You build it once and it works for you endlessly, completely offline. Then there's viral content. You create one video and thousands of people can watch it while you're fast asleep. That is pure leverage. Add an AI, which can literally replace entire departments and 24/7 automation. And suddenly, you've got a workforce that never sleeps, never takes a coffee break, and costs a fraction of the price. This is exactly how one person can build a $1 million empire today. Which brings us to Section 2, the strategy, freelancer versus solopreneur. Now, there is a massive trap you absolutely must avoid, and that's confusing a freelancer with a solopreneur. A freelancer basically sells their time for money. The big flaw there, if they stop working, their income completely stops too. You're basically hunting every single day just to eat. But a solopreneur? A solopreneur builds systems. They take their knowledge and turn it into digital products, like online courses, ebooks, subscriptions, or software, things that make money while they sleep. You really don't want to just hunt daily like a freelancer. You want to build systems that hunt for you around the clock, so eventually you only have to work a few focused hours. All right, let's look at Section 3, the territory, building your personal brand. Here's a huge truth for today's market. People just don't connect with logos anymore. They connect with people. As a lone hunter in the digital space, your single greatest weapon is your personal brand. You have to show the world who you are, what you stand for, and the specific knowledge you bring to the table. Social media isn't just a place to post vacation photos for your friends anymore. It is the essential marketing hub of your entire empire. You need to share your story honestly, because once people trust you, a market naturally forms around anything you create or sell. Just like a lion marking its territory, you've got to define your own space online using nothing but your identity and your true voice. Moving right along to Section 4, the arena, the Sri Lanka advantage. So this is the absolute magic of geo-arbitrage. A lot of folks think it's impossible to build something massive and global if you live in a developing economy. But today, your physical location matters less than it ever has in human history. Think about it. If you earn in dollars to generate a global income, but you spend in rupees for your local living costs, the result is incredibly powerful profit margins. When you completely sever the link between where you live and what you earn, your profitability just goes through the roof. Instead of working for a fixed salary in someone else's office, smart folks are building global businesses from their homes, their villages, small towns, taking full advantage of those lower living costs. That's the real game today. Before we wrap up, let's do Section 5, the reality check. Myths, truths, and lions. Now, don't be fooled into thinking this is a walk in the park on day one. Here's our first major myth. This is an easy money method. Actually, scratch that. It's the total opposite at the start.
The hard truth is that in the beginning, you are going to work incredibly hard. You are the CEO, the marketer, the designer, the strategist, and the customer support rep, all at the exact same time. Building these automated systems requires intense, highly focused effort from you alone before you actually get to kick back and enjoy the leverage.
Okay, here's the second myth we really need to bust. It's lonely. The truth is, even without employees, you absolutely still need a strong network. Connecting with other solopreneurs is completely essential. Look, while you don't have a boss breathing down your neck or employees to manage, complete isolation is a total trap. You need to share knowledge, swap strategies, and connect with other lone hunters. It is absolutely vital for your survival and growth in this digital landscape. And our final major myth for today, you need a lot of money to start. The truth? The biggest investment you'll make is not money, it's knowledge. The old barriers to entry have completely vanished. Honestly, a laptop, a decent internet connection, and valuable skills are genuinely enough to begin. Your mind and your connection to the web are pretty much the only real startup capital you truly need to succeed today, for sure. As we start to conclude this explainer, I really want you to remember this. Every great idea that changed the world first existed in the mind of a single person. You know, most animals move in groups for protection, but a lion walks alone without fear. Solopreneurship is all about leaving the crowd behind and forging your own path. People might laugh, they might ask what one person can really do all alone, but you've got to completely ignore the laughter of the crowd and remember the limitless power of a single, focused mind. So we finally arrive at our biggest question. Are you ready to build your empire? The tools exist right now. AI, automation, digital platforms, the internet. They have made it entirely possible for one focused individual to build something truly massive. The path is clearer today than it has ever been in human history. So think like a lion, stay hyper-focused on your target, and take that first step towards true independence. Thanks for exploring the Solopreneur Revolution with me in this explainer. Keep learning, keep building. So what will you build first? I'll see you next time.